Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a Thomas Wooden Railway layout. So yes, I haven't actually been able to build a layout since November because I had to take it down because we're moving. But we have finally moved and here is the layout. Yes, it is very big. And if you're wondering where this is, I am in the crawl space of my house. So make sure to check out my house tour that I posted a few days ago. Um, so that being said, I'm going to go around and show you the layout and show you everything because it is a very big layout. Like, I think I actually gained a bit of space here. So, yeah, I'll just give you guys a quick overview. Um, as overview as you can get. So, yeah, I'll just take a minute and go over and show you guys everything. And they're literally falling off the tracks. But yes, hopefully I don't do anything. Oops. So yeah, continuing the overviewing, so yes. Oh dear. So yeah, if you guys are wondering how far back we are all the way over here, so really as you can tell, it's long. Just another thing, underneath this floor, I'll show you. So here's an example, right here as you can tell, this is the concrete floor and this is a mat. So underneath these mats here are the concrete floor right here. So yeah, this is the only spot where the concrete floor and the tiles meet. So yes, these are all tiles and they're all different colors. So the blue does not mean water necessarily. So and the green doesn't mean it's a field. So yeah, it's literally just kind of everything. I mean, I guess you can say right here in this blue and purple part, this can be water. But yeah, yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the layout because it's already been 2 minutes. So here we are at Tidmouth Sheds. We have Oliver, Duck, Edward, Emily, and Stepney right here. We have Hero in this siding and Hugo in this siding. And then there's another long siding which actually no one is in. That goes to right here. So yes, literally no one's there. So first things first, we take this line. You come to a station. I know that that's pretty close. And you go up. And then this is the Vickerstown Rolling Bridge. So it got extended because before it used to be just the Green Bridge, but now it is both these bridges. So yes, so this is what I'm gonna call it. The blue part is the Solar Bridge. This part, like right here, like right here, the Flying Scotsman is like here to here. That is pretty much no man's land. And then this half of the bridge is the mainland, and then down is the mainland too. So yes, so yeah, that is the bridge to the mainland. And then when you come into the mainland, you already come to a switch. This line actually leads back to Sodor. So yes, I actually am referencing that from Misty Island Rescue. But you come back to Sodor this way. But then going this way, it's a huge circuit, I guess. So you turn around this way. And yes, all of this is water right here. So this is all water. And then leading over here is not water anymore. So then, yeah, it comes into here where Ferdinand, Bash, and Dash are hanging out in the tunnel. And then you go up a level to the mountain tunnel, or whatever this is called, where we have D199 and Diesel 10. And there's a very sharp bend, and yes, there's no station on the mainland. This is, technically the mainland is not this close to Sodor. Like, example, if Gator's on Sodor and Ashima's on the mainland, they are not this close. They are like very far apart. So yes, technically, like if we're gonna get to realistics here, behind Gator in this spot, would just be a grassy field right over here. So yeah. And then, anyways, Ashima's line goes underneath to where Merlin is. Then a bunch of twists and turns, and then we have a stop line, or not a stoplight, a sign, which goes over there, because I ran out of track. So yes, that is basically the mainland, much bigger, much more action. Then, so yeah, and then back to the sheds. If we go this way, I kind of wanted to keep the Knapford station close to the sheds alive, so I did that. And it comes to where Daisy, we have 4 engines. So basically back here, the engines are going to come this way, they're going to go that way, and off to their destinations from here. So we have Daisy, and Daisy's line loops around here to where Gordon is, which goes along here to where Flora is, on this twisty, turny track. I guess you could call it like the countryside, I guess. And this line is close to the Vickerstown Bridge. So technically, this part, like the glass line gets cut off right here, so this will be glass, and this is track. Then starting here, all of this down is water. So yeah, so the way the glass meets the water would be right here. And then here is Timothy. And then, yeah, this way, excuse my voice, goes here to a switch where Spencer is trying to get over to the mainland, it looks like, but Scruff won't let him. But Spencer is blocking Diesel's way, so sounds like it's just a great day for them. So anyways, this line loops around here, and yes, excuse the Christmas tree, we literally have to keep all of the Christmas stuff in here too, so yeah, that's why that is right here. But down here is Henry and Skiff, and then Henry's line leads to over here, where, we came to the docks, and I kind of wanted to do this wasn't my original plan. I wanted it to be 2 tracks that come back to 1. That's kind of what I did here, so then that way, if engines are going multiple ways, one can go this way and the other can go that way, and they can still go on separate tracks. So, yeah, so we of course have Porter and Salty, and then their lines come back to here where Bill is, and Ben's right here, and his line leads up to this bridge, and this is not water over here, this is a glass field again, but then starting like right here is water, so yes. We have Marion, we have Porter right here, and Cranky. So Cranky can technically, if he wants to load Porter, turn around and load Porter. And yeah, so what I did with the docks is it's technically not really on the mat, on a concrete part, but I saw all of it. It looks a bit squishy, but it can fit there. So yes, that's why the docks is here, and I thought it would make the most sense to put it close to the mainland and stuff, so yeah, that was my plan. So then their line just loops back to Timothy's line, and I showed that part. So then this track behind Bill and Ben, who are up to mischief, go underneath this tall bridge, random bridge, and it comes to this switch. This way goes to the sheds where Walkie and Harvey are, and the other way goes up to Gordon's Hill, and I did something different there. So Gordon's Hill is usually this high, like this, but I decided to add an extra piece to make it extra higher. So yeah, so example, here's Rosie. So usually right here would be the top of it, but I extended it to go up here. Although Rosie won't sit there. Rosie has a mind of her own today. So I extended it to 1 more level, so technically going up this is 3 levels, so technically this is 4 levels high. And what I originally had here was I was going to have lines like right here come underneath here and go under this to connect to that track. But that didn't work, so I decided to put my airport because then it can kind of be like the airplane can come out of the hangar and then take off basically. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. So I put the airport here, and now the airplane has a runway. So yes, even though it's quite small. So yeah, and then James's line comes back to here. I'll get into that in a sec. So this track right here, what I was talking about is width, and this area is gonna be like the foresty area because I think I have to move Toby's windmill, but for now I think I'm keeping it there. But I have Henry's forest and Toby's windmill literally right beside each other. And the forest, so this is like a foresty area over here. So yes. And then which line comes to the switch where Nia is, and there's 3 lines. So this line goes up to where Charlie is and back down there, so that really doesn't go anywhere. That's basically just a line to take when you're leaving the sheds. And Nia's line comes to here, but I'm kind of on top of it. This track goes like one parallel pretty much with this track. And it comes to where Gordon is. So this is technically like the main line, which comes back to where Daisy is. Then Nia's other line comes back to Natford. So yes, and then to Toby's line, which goes back here and back over there. So yeah, and then I'll show you another track. So for right here, my original plan was this line track right here was going to go into the shed, so obviously that didn't work. Now there's only one spot, and I thought the diesel shed, this would be like a diesel sheds, because they're back in the forest, and they have the forest beside them, so they're kind of hidden. So, we have the Diesel's area, but then in Dock over here, not Diesel, Diesel's at the docks right now. But then we have, I know this is kind of ironic, but we have the fire station and hospital and all that right here, because it's literally the only spot I could put it, because it wouldn't get really knocked over, because it's under this shelf right here. But, yeah, I know I could put it like right here, but I might move it there, I might not, but yeah, I need some spots to go, so for now it's here, it might move, but then his line goes to where Belle is, and there's no siding for her to sit in, so she has to literally sit on the main line, unless she wants to go into diesel sheds, which I don't think Belle wants to do that. So then it goes underneath this track, and this is the narrow gauge layout. I'll get to that in a sec. This is still Belle's line, which comes to where Paxton is, and then, yeah, we have this, the diesel works, well, not diesel works, the diesel oil fueling station, which I was going to put here because we have the magic buffers that are back here, so technically that is the steamworks siding too, but that's why there's the stop sign, so engines can park right here, standard gauge engines can go here, because now you can only get to this to Victor and Kevin on the narrow gauge, because yes, this is the narrow gauge layout I built. So I guess that kind of sucks for the steamies, but yeah, but that's okay. Well, I mean, not the steamies, the standard gauge engines. But then the track that, this is Belle's line right here, this is Dodge's line, comes through this tunnel, through the switch, and back to the standard gauge layout. A line I didn't cover was this track beside James, so pretty much no one's on this track. And it leads to where Thomas is, right here. And Percy's line goes underneath Thomas's line to Fergus's line. And that line goes back to Ryan, where he is. To another, yes, the narrow gauge engines have 2 crossings. So standard gauge is on this way, narrow gauge is here. Which loops to a Sampson and Stafford all in back to the Natford station. My original plan was just to make this track where Stafford is on, with the water water thing in that. I was originally planning on making this just like a siding that would loop off over here, but it didn't. So this is Trevor's field. So I just realized this. Percy's line, here I'll actually show you, literally goes underneath Thomas's line, under where Fergus is, and Ryan, under here. And it literally just goes back to Thomas's line. So I just realized literally that this is pretty much the track that leads to nowhere. But I mean, that's okay, because then Thomas's line can go up that way and towards the main line. So yes. So I think I covered the whole layout. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't cover the narrow gauge layout. So the narrow gauge layout, it's kind of complex. So yeah, I'll just show you. We have Duke. Ignore this pole. This is in here. But we have Duke. And this line goes to a Mighty Macall. And which goes over here. And this is literally like a heat register right here. So yes, it'll be nice down here at least. And then, of course, the narrow gauge engines have to have a station. So here's the station, which goes to Proteus and the bridge. He won't stay on the bridge. Sorry about that. So Proteus's line, which is literally right here, comes to Amelia's, which comes to where Luke is. So Luke's line goes into the Steamworks back here. I'll just show you. So there's Victor and Kevin back there. Then we come to the Allsdale Bale Company, which I thought would look nice there. And then we have Duncan right here. And then, yes, Toys R Us is literally right here. I mean, I guess that's okay. And Duncan has Toys R Us packages. The other line comes underneath the random crane. I literally have nowhere to put this, so it literally always goes in a random spot. So this time it's a narrow gauge crane. So yes, you can literally have it pick up engines. Oh boy. Oh boy, that would have been a horrible accident. Crisis averted. So Scully's line comes to where Peter Sam is. That would actually be that's actually kind of funny if that actually happened. I mean, not in real life, but like if I actually did that in one of my episodes, that would be pretty funny, because Scully here can knock down the house, but we're not gonna do that again. But yeah. Anyways, this video is very long. I'm rambling, I know, but then it comes to this next crossing where Wesley and Peter Sam are, which lead to where Smudger is. And then to the narrow gauge second station. I know this is usually a standard gauge destination, but today it's narrow gauge. We have Freddy and Colby, and that goes back to the shed. So yeah, so if that's a bit boring, like it's not a huge layout for them, but it's at least something. It's better than what I've done in the past with some of them. So yeah, anyways, I think I covered the entire layout. So I don't think I missed anywhere. So yeah, so finally, Thomas videos are back. And they are going to begin next week. So, probably gonna do, probably this week, since I haven't done videos in a while, I'm gonna do Thomas, then a Playmobil, then Thomas, then a Playmobil. So yes, there'll be a few more extra Thomas videos, and then I might do 1 week of just Thomas, 1 week of just Playmobil, and then back to that rotation. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and yes. Sorry this video is super long, literally 19 minutes, but yeah, this is probably my most longest layout tour. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.